right, everyone. Thank you for joining us once again. We're really excited to get started with this final course in our 12-part class. We're talking all about engaging your audience now. So these are all the strategies and tactics that you can use to drive more traffic to your online course, create some buzz around it, and really get people talking. So we've asked Peter Getchell to join us here today. So Peter, you're our head of business development here, and I know you work with our clients directly on just this kind of stuff, getting them to get more action, more buzz around their online courses. So what's it all about? I think the first piece we're talking about here is launch date. Seems like a bit of a conceptual item. Can you tell us a little bit about what you mean by that?
When we talk about launch date, it's all about building momentum up to that release of that course offering. You're trying to create an emotional impact with your audience that will drive increased interest in what you're providing, which in turn kind of drives their actions to be more engaging with you and your community.
Got it. So now, creating an emotional impact, again, conceptual term, but I think that there's some pretty specific steps that you typically take with our clients on this. Can you outline those just briefly for everyone?
Absolutely. There are three main practices when you are creating that emotional impact with a customer. It's establishing the need, creating the perceived value, and generating a sense of urgency.
Got it. So now, when we start to look at that and break this down to those individual parts, let's really look deep at each one of these individually. So first is establishing the need. What does that all take into account?
So establishing the need is all about marketing around the problem. So take our course, for example. We are marketing around the problem of, how do you create a course that sells? And in all of our marketing, whether it's print, online, the conferences, it's all about that. It's all about this is the problem that is at hand, and that problem is shared by many, and that will drive the interest for that course.
Got it. So, and keeping the problem simple, like in our case, create a course that sells. That is the problem people struggle with. It's just a quick and easy solution. So now that moves us right into the second piece, which is now creating that perceived value. What's that all about?
So creating that perceived value is also marketing around the value of the solution. So take Apple, for example. Their solution to your biggest problem can be handled by the iPad, the iPhone, the Apple Watch. And that perceived value is in that solution.
Got it. And then I would imagine that if the perceived value is great enough, then price is off the table.
Price is off the table if the perceived value is great enough.
So now, in our case, with our course, that's a little bit of a rub, right? Our course is a free 12-part class. So, but is there still the same value proposition that we have to account for?
There is, because again, we're marketing that 12-part course to gain that knowledge of how to create a course that sells. And even though our course is free, the user's time is still money, and they have to perceive the value in this course is going to get them to the solution that they're looking for. So yes, indeed.
Great, and then the final step is generating a sense of urgency. And I know a lot of people struggle with this and just don't understand kind of the steps you can take and the different tactics that are out there. So can you just kind of give us the overview on what this is exactly?
Sure. Generating a sense of urgency is about devising a system of penalties and rewards that will drive people to act fast.
All right, and so I know in our case, we really tend to lean towards the reward side. What are we doing in this case to really make that work?
So in our case, again, we're giving out free premium access codes to a limited amount of users that will grant them access to our 12-part course to gain the knowledge necessary to create a course that sells.
Okay, and I think the other side of the equation is to really generate that sense of urgency around a penalty. We don't particularly do this ourselves, but I think there's some good examples out there. What can you share on that?
There's quite a bit. There's a lot in the form of this queue-based pricing where it's the penalty because the price increases based on time or purchase volume.
Got it. So the more people who buy, the price keeps going up, or the more the time slips, price goes up.
So it generates that sense of urgency.
Got it. All right, great. So I think the other side of the reward equation is tying some real world rewards to your virtual completion of courses and things of that matter. Can you share a little experience in that area?
Absolutely. So the real world reward that we're tying to our offering, while we're giving the premium access codes away, we're offering this real world reward of this swag bag that provides valuable tools and resources to help these charter members that are getting into this course early, the resources and tools to help create their content and put it up online.
Got it. And I guess the other scenario that I've seen is people doing webinars or live symposiums and things like that, and which you complete online get you entree into these live events. Is that popular as well?
That's popular quite a bit because everyone wants rewards. So they tie the rewards to a bigger thing. So again, you sign up for a webinar, you take the webinar, you get invited to the show in Vegas or Florida, wherever it might be. So yeah, you see that quite a bit. Those rewards are huge.
All right, great. Thank you, Peter. So in summary, what we've got here is 3 very good steps to create that emotional impact with your audience and really motivate them to buy. So just remember the big words: establish the need, create the value, generate the urgency. The worksheet down below this has some real good tips around all those 3 areas and some best practices and things you can try. Thank you, Peter, and we'll see you guys in the next session.